12 p.m. Eastern, and it's 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Central, but
Central time.
close.
Close. I'm getting closer. I mean, I'm working my way from the East Coast over to the West Coast. I mean, I know the West Coast is 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's just very strange. I had an arranged call yesterday from somebody on the West Coast. It's supposed to be at 8:30 my time. Yeah, it actually took place at 5:30. So there you go. It gets confusing. It gets confusing. And Angela has typed guest already. Hello, Angela, and we hope to see you during the broadcast. And I'll say hello to Chuck. Chuck, it's good to see you again. Sorry, I'm most remiss in this. This is RJ Redden and Stephen Healey. Never mind the bots. Yes. So we're just getting started. Welcome to everybody who's joined us. We're in a good mood because we should be, and we're here to talk about messenger bots. We're here to take your questions on messenger bots and to make one or two observations, really, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We discuss bots a lot, Stephen and I. It's one of our favorite subjects because we're both geeks, and we enjoy bringing new things to the world. And Stephen with Live Video Hub, 5 Days Live, and Be Live in 5, and all of the other projects. I Live Here. All of the projects, and me with messenger bots. We love bringing new things to you, and today we've got some interesting stuff. We've got some questions. We also have answers whenever we have questions. And if you've got any questions about what bots are, how they work, all of those things, type it in the comments below, and Stephen will pick it up and read it out, and we will answer it the best we can. Or we'll find an answer later if we have to. But most of the time, we can answer pretty much anything people have.
We can, and we may well have a question from Angela, who's joining us live on camera. So, Angela, you'll get the countdown in a moment, and it's always wonderful when we have a guest. Hello.
Hi.
Right. Now, this is the first time that you've joined us, so welcome. And how can we help you? Or can we help you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so I am new to Be Live, and I would love to know how to use the chat feature on my page. I've been having, I started doing live recently and I'm terrified on the whole thing, but just to have that responsiveness to the people who come instead of me always having to be the one to respond. Is that what this thing will do? Kind of automate that process? Is what ManyChats is? Please explain ManyChats. Maybe you should explain it first.
Yeah. So I'm not, I'm not certain that we're talking about the same thing. So ManyChat is a platform that offers businesses the opportunity to serve up a series of automated messages on their Facebook page. It's like a conversation on steroids.
Okay.
So I'm not sure though that's exactly what you're talking about. Tell me about what you want to do.
So I was told about ManyChat by a friend of mine.
Yeah. That
it will essentially, if I'm not available, it will automatically respond to people who come to my page, whatever the response I need them to have. I guess I will queue it up and it just automatic. I'm not sure how it works, but the idea is that the thing responds when I'm not available, and that's what I want. Is that what it does?
It will. That is one of the things that it does.
Okay, what else does it do?
Well, it can remind people to come to your live stream.
Okay, that's good. I could use that too.
But really what it's about is like drawing people into a conversation. So for me, I have a reminder bot that sends people, 15 minutes before I go live or 10 minutes, it'll send people a little bit of message. But really what the importance of that is, it's great to get some folks in the seats as if you're live streaming, but it's even better when I go back to those people who watch consistently and I can tell who's watching from within the bot, and ask them what they want to hear on the next show, thank them for watching, tell them how much it means to me that they watch, create a relationship and get a conversation going. Tech Geek in Training, Clara, awesome. So you're looking, the features that you're looking at right now are kind of the most convenient features, because I also have a button on my website that if you hit it, it will take it'll take your question, whatever it is, and then it alerts me on the backside, hey, somebody has a question on the website, go answer it. So it does have a lot of convenience features like that, but that's sort of the tip of the iceberg. What is really cool is when you start getting in conversations with people, start kind of figuring out what their needs are, and then develop business relationships. Sometimes that's a transaction, sometimes it's a collaboration, sometimes it's a referral. So that's the real value for me. It's convenient because I'm just one person, and it helps me to get folks to the show. It helps me to answer questions when I'm out there, but it also has that secondary effect. So did that answer your question?
I think so. So the other piece of it is that, I just published a book, and I want to be able to, I want to get a button on my site. So if people buy the thing from there, if they have questions, there's an automated response. Like, I need the whole thing tied together. I just don't know what all the pieces are supposed to be.
Right. So what kind of automated responses were you trying to create?
That's a good question, because I haven't devised it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't given it thought. I just know that a lot of times, because I own an IT consultancy, and it's separate from this other thing I'm doing, which is what I need the bot for. So I don't have the full time to focus on both. Even though I'm talking to you and I'm looking, I need to send this quote out to my client. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. My other business. So automated responsive. Thank you. Maybe thank you for joining Eve Speaks. Something like that. The name of my platform is called Eve Speaks. So it's a platform to get people, it's personal growth and support and development, that kind of thing, because I passed out from speaking in 2016. So I thought I'd start that platform to kind of help me get over my hump. And so in publishing the book, I've been getting people reaching out to me asking about personal development, overcoming anxiety, which is my main struggle, and all of that. So I wanted somehow to be able to interact with them, but not necessarily be there all the time, because I can't.
Right.
Well, we've got sorry, Arja.
Let me ask you this. Can you be there 20 minutes a day?
Yeah, I can. That I can do.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Because what's going to happen when you set up a series of automated responses through this bot is that some people are going to go off the rails. They're going to do something you haven't anticipated. They're going to ask a question that you haven't anticipated. You need 20 minutes a day to be digging around inside your bot and making sure that everything, all questions have been answered. Everybody has gotten all the information that they needed, all of that kind of stuff. So you do need some time. You do need just 20 minutes a day to make sure that everything is going well. Other than that, you can educate people about your book, educate people about your programs, answer people's questions, frequently asked questions. You can do all of that from within ManyChat. You can do it on your website. You can do it on your Facebook page. You can do it all.
One more time?
You can do it on. You can do that from your website. You can do that from your Facebook page. You can do that from just giving people a link, and they can get into the chat bot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I would need it from a website and the Facebook page for sure.
You need a Facebook page at the very least. Bottom line, you have to have a Facebook business page, not a personal profile.
I do have one. That's the Eve Speaks business page. And then I have a website as well that ties into the Eve Speaks page and YouTube and all this other stuff. But I think I need it for both of those things, I guess.
You do need a Facebook page. Bottom line, it's great that you also have a website and some social media accounts and all of that kind of stuff. All of that can tie in.
So how does this get set up? So actually, you know what, before I go on, I have someone who's actually working on upgrading my site in terms of getting some of these features on. And I mentioned the ManyChat to them, and they were like, we don't really know how to do that.
That's totally fine. All it is, all of the installation on your site, and you're an IT person, so I can say this stuff to you. Everybody who's not in IT, don't listen to this next sentence. All it does is you make up the sequence, and then it'll give you a little code to embed on your site, and boom, you're in. That's all you have to do. You embed code one time, and you say it's okay that JavaScript runs on my site, and you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys will generate the code. The code will be self-generated at the site of the
ManyChat. Generates the code. I don't work for ManyChat. I work for moi.
You work for Black Belt Bots.
I work for Black Belt Bots, and my boss is awesome.
Okay.
But yeah, there's very little that you need to do, that your website folks need to do. And in fact, if you can get into the back end of your website, that you could probably do it yourself.
Right. Okay. So what's the next step on getting it implemented?
So next step, go to manychat.com. Start an account. If you're a person who wants to learn it all yourself, if you are, you have a technical background, if you want to learn it all yourself and implement that stuff, you can totally do it for yourself. You don't need anybody else. If you're not so patient with computers, or if you don't have time to do that, get a hold of me. I have services available. And lots of people have services available, but yeah, I do have them available. I've got classes. I've got, I've got collaborations. I've got everything. So yeah, I'd love to help you write this stuff, get it out there, and then have that be more profitable to you, because it essentially extends the hours a day that you're working and awake.
Right. Yes.
Well, it works 24/7, and one of the things that I know about RJ is modesty, and RJ is pretty darn good at building bots. Mm-hmm. And if you want any help at all, Angela, then I've just put a link in the comments here. If you go to that link, press the messenger button, just say hello. RJ will get back to you after the show, and 30-minute consultation. Yeah.
30 minutes, ask me anything, and that is free to you.
And how much is the service of the bot? What's the service cost?
So the ManyChat service costs, I advise the pro account, do this for me. It's worth it. And I don't get any money for saying that. As for my services, I like to use that 30-minute phone call to figure out where you're at in the process, what I can do for you. And then I usually say, I think this road would be good for you. And so that's kind of where I give my prices. When needed is the 30-minute phone call.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It may make, in terms of the sequence of things, it may make sense for the site to be set up to complete the process.
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You can. All you absolutely need is that Facebook business page, and then the site can be set up when it's all connected. Then we can set that up. We can connect that. Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be all set up to start.
Okay.
No, you can do it in any order. Sorry.
So you can schedule a time to talk, and then I can assess what this costs. Because if it's like crazy pricing, I'm like, I can't do it. Okay, but certainly send me some time slots that I can check my schedule and get it in there.
Oh, absolutely. So I actually will send you a calendar link. You can just get on my calendar when I have a free spot, and we'll be talking in no time.
Okay, sounds good.
So I will comb through the comments and send you that.
Great. So now I have to go to my IT work, okay?
Okay, go do your IT work. Thanks for visiting us today, and I hope you get a lot out of the show.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Angela. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, there you are. I mean, the thing about live video is that it's wonderful because people pop in and join us just by typing guest, which is what Angela did. She joined us on camera and got direct answers to her questions. Which is absolutely brilliant. Now, Brad is saying, does the bot have to be attached to a Facebook business page, or can it be to a group?
Has to be a Facebook business page. It will not attach to a group. But what you can do is, if you have a Facebook business page and you want to get the members of your group to join the chatbot, you can generate a link. You can generate a sequence of messages for the people in your group. Hi, so glad you're in the group. This virtual assistant, this chatbot is a part of the group, and I want you to be a part of this. You can generate this series of messages and then tell ManyChat, hey, I want a link or I want a landing page for my group members to go to join in on the bot. Once you've got that landing page, send your group members there, and they will, those that want to will opt in. So let's talk about this for a second. Let's jump out 30,000 feet and talk about what's the intent here? Why does Facebook make that another step to join? It's because they are guarding this. They're guarding this bot stuff very, very carefully. They do not want it. The last thing they want is for this to become Spamville, or for people to not be really conscious that they've subscribed to a bot. That's absolutely the last thing that they want. They want people, the people that are signing up that are opting in to the bot, basically. They want people to absolutely know exactly what they're signing up for, why, what's happening, why. They want people to know all of that stuff way up front. So sometimes, as bot builders on this end, it seems like, how many hoops do we have to go through, Facebook? I mean, thanks, Zucky, right? Is kind of the response there generally. But I can tell you that every time that happens, there is a reason. And the reason is that Facebook deeply wants Messenger a place that people remain, like talking to people and businesses they care about. They want as least spam on that platform as possible, and they want people to know what they're opting in for. So, long answer to a short question, but you're used to that from me, Brad, is that absolutely you can involve the members of your Facebook group into your chatbot. You just have to give them a little bit of a link. And ManyChat, there's a way to generate a link in ManyChat that people can click on. They go to a little landing page. Everything gets explained to them, and then they opt in. So I hope that was helpful, Brad. A lot of people ask me that question, though, because it doesn't seem like there's much difference sometimes between a Facebook page and a Facebook group. I've got a Facebook page that has a group connected to it. Why can't I why can't I kind of, move that around a little bit easier? The reason is because Facebook wants you to know. They want you to know what you're opting in for. They want you to know what kind of communications that you're going to get. And also groups, since the privacy issues, there have been a few different things happening with groups. And so that's, groups have extra privacy issues. Hence, why we can't be live into a group and see people's comments unless we've got a separate screen up and we have those comments going. So I hope that answered your question, Brad.
It does, and hopefully it does. And we've got a hello from Game Plus and Alan Curtis.
Alan!
Right. And he's saying, great webinar last week, RJ. Today is my chatbot day.
Oh, now, I'm so excited, Alan.
Can you decode that for us?
Oh, yeah. So I did the first in a series of bot shops. A lot of people are asking me, can I just, because I offer a lot of services, but some people just want to be able to get on, create that reminder bot for their live stream show and start from there. And so I created the bot shop, which is the webinar that Alan was talking about. And Alan was the greatest student ever, by the way. I just want everyone to know that you were fabulous, Alan. It's 3 hours. I took you through signing up for ManyChat, getting some things set, the best practices in the background, writing a reminder bot for your live stream show, and then creating broadcasts to remind people and creating engaging broadcasts that you can use to connect with your audience. So that's a $97 thing. I'm going to be doing it once a month. The first one was August 16th last week, and it was fun. I had a great time.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So that one's available. If you're all interested, startyourbot.com. That's where it's at.
I'll type that in later. And Kim is saying hooray for Alan. And we now know what chatbot day is. And then we've got a message from Brad. So thanks, RJ. If I get members of a group to subscribe to the bot on my business page, will ManyChat let me segment my messages and just send certain messages to certain group members?
Absolutely.
Over to you. Over to you.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. Once you have created the link or the landing page that you're sending all of your group members to sign up, then later on when you're sending messages, you can say to ManyChat, I only want to send messages to people who opted in through this link or the landing page, if you choose a landing page instead. I just want to send to everybody who opted in through the special stuff that you have got for your group. You can totally do that. Or you can further segment the members of your group. Like some group members are interested in this subject over here. Some are interested in this subject over here. You can further segment those folks by tagging them and then sending a message to just those people. I think that one of the reasons that this is so different, Brad, and we're chatting on your show today, Brad. Everybody, if you've got time around 4:00 Central Time, 5:00 Eastern, Brad and I are going to have a wonderful time. So come join us. But the ability to segment people and just send the people that you know are interested in a particular topic. It's sending valuable messages. It's quality over quantity, which I think that people are, I know that I am, I think that people are really hungry for messages that mean something to them rather than 78 messages through your email, keeping on top of mind, as they say. To me, the element where you're able to tag people and say, this person's probably interested in the workshop, or this person has expressed interest in the book. We were talking about writing a book earlier, or, whatever people express interest in and sending them stuff that they can use, valuable information. People are so hurting for that, my friends, and it's so easy to do within a bot. It is so easy to do. So yeah, do keep a bot in mind. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Barbara's my BFF. That's it. Barbara and Aaron, thank you for dropping links into the comments. You guys are the best. That's awesome.
Brilliant. We love the interaction that we get, and today it has to be said that we are broadcasting from the live video hub, which is the logos up there, and this is the first time we've been on the hub, and it's good of everybody to join us. And the thing about the hub, as Brad knows, and RJ knows, and Erin knows, and Barbara knows as well, is that we now have 13 shows a day going live on the hub. And if you want to find quality content on BeLive.tv, the live video hub is the place to go. That's my advert done. Okay. Life is fun on the hub.
Life is fun on the hub. The hub is continually surprising. That's why I love it.
Yeah. And Brad is saying quality over quantity, and it's imperative to building meaningful relationships. Which brings us to a question, which we were discussing slightly before we came on camera. And that's, how many followers do you need on a bot? Now, we're not going to discuss our own numbers on this, but just general perception, because bots are different from email, aren't they? We've all been taught that if you've got thousands of people on email list, then you're guaranteed success. Now, we know it's not true, but do you need thousands of people on a bot? Is the question.
So this is something that I get a lot. What's a good number to shoot for? How many should I have? And I understand why people ask that question. We have been trained through many, many marketing years on Facebook. I think I passed my 10-year anniversary on Facebook this year, which is crazy. We've all been taught to think of in terms of how many can you get? What's the number that you need? So what I want to say is what I usually turn the conversation around to is, how many conversations have you had? If you're asking, if somebody came and said to me, well, I've got 50 people on my email list, of course, everybody's encouraged always to grow their email list in case Facebook burns down and all of their redundant servers burn down. Okay, that's probably impossible at this point. Yeah. But anyway, if it went away tomorrow, what would you do? And so everybody is always, just encouraged to grow that kind of stuff. And I believe that email marketing, when done right, it is a beautiful experience. It's just that not a whole lot of people do it right. But when you're thinking about an email list, like 50 would be pretty small. Would you agree, Stephen?
Oh, yeah. I mean, most of the people, I've just looked at my email list and I haven't sent a message out for quite a while. And there are 1,500 people on there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I don't have anywhere near that on the bot, but in terms of the messenger bot, because we've always talked about having conversations rather than broadcasting and expecting a response, I get more, over to you, because you get more interaction on the bot, don't you?
You do. And so if you came to me and you said, I've got 50 people on my bot, then I would say that is great. And I would again say, how many conversations have you had? Because to me, it's not a one-to-one comparison. If this, 50 people on your email list and 50 people in your bot, the contacts in the bot used well, not set it and forget it, but used well, visited 20 minutes a day, people. I guarantee you start that great habit and your bot is going to go gangbusters for you, as mine has for me. That 50 people on your bot is almost way more than enough. It depends on how much you can handle, because it's not always, certainly transactions happen, but also a lot of interactivity, a lot of conversations, a lot of the real you talking to another real person about real things that are going on. That, my friends, is pretty priceless. And so I guess when people ask me this question, what I come back around with is, listen, the folks in the bot have opted in. They want to talk to you. They want to hear from you. And as you will benefit, you'll benefit from going back and talking to them, from answering questions, from thanking them every once in a while. I don't consider a person subscribed to my bot equal to a like on my Facebook page or a name on my email list. I don't get the interaction from those things. Sometimes I do, but I would say that to me, that's passive marketing. It's, here's some stuff we communicate every once in a while. Perhaps, we'll have a real conversation someday. To me, one person in the bot is so much more possibility of a conversation and a relationship built from there. So it's not a one-to-one comparison. If you don't have huge numbers in the bot right now, if you've been working on it for a while, and I know some of you have, work on having those conversations, and you'll see that be a heck of a lot more fruitful than, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people on an email list. That's just my perspective. Of course, other folks might have a different perspective, but for me, the folks that I've got in the bot right now are keeping me very, very busy. And that's always what I want. Always what I want to be moving. What do you think about that, Stephen?
I agree with the sentiments that totally. Conversations are key, keeping in touch with people. And if you were to have one conversation a day, that's all it takes. You'd be talking to 260 different people a year, and that's more than enough to make sure that you have ongoing business. And it's basically, the messenger is to start the conversation, and then it's up to you to actually continue the conversation. The direction it takes, I don't think it's about hard sell. It's about helping each other and becoming known. I mean, we've always said from the beginning that it's about being known, liked, and trusted. And one of the ways of doing that is by helping somebody. One of the best ways to help people is via Messenger. And so, yeah, we're on the same page. And a comment from Barbara. Oh, you're welcome, RJ. There are audience comments on other pages too. Brilliant.
Meaning I need to travel around and answer some comments. Thank you for letting me know, Barbara. Yeah, that does happen occasionally.
Well, it so does. I mean, we are cross-posted on 8 different pages today. So, right, I keep forgetting to say this. If you want RJ and I to see the comments, the link is up above. Just look up and press the link, and you'll see the same show. But when you actually type in the comments, we'll see it. We won't be ignoring you. But if you have commented elsewhere, we'll catch it after the show. Because we always do. Right, okay. Now, the other thing that I know it's vanity, possibly, but to have the little badge from Facebook that says you respond straight away.
Yeah.
Yeah. How quickly should you respond to people's messages?
Well, as quickly as possible. Having the bot creates a little bit of a complication. So if you are super proud of your, responds immediately badge on your messenger, then if you have a bot also, I want you to keep something in mind. If you serve people a string of automated messages in the bot, and at the end of that string of messages, your person on the other end responds with a thumbs up, or responds with a picture or an emoji or a GIF or something like that. Know that Facebook, and it took me a bit to learn this, Facebook still expects you to have the last word. Facebook wants the business to have the last word. Otherwise, it is, and this may be a little difficult to understand, but what happens whenever somebody says something to you, you've got to say something back. So for me, in order to keep that beautiful green responsiveness on your page, there's a couple of things to set in ManyChat, and then I also watch my inbox. And I respond. If people give me a thumbs up after a string of automated messages, I will give them the smiley face with the sunglasses, just so Facebook knows I got to that person.
It's like gardening, isn't it? You've got to look after the whole of the garden, the whole of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we are. Another metaphor kind. We're going to have to put these in a collection of sayings about messenger bots. Yes, we shall. Okay.
Yes,
now,
we shall.
If you came here via the live video of Messenger Bot today, you've seen the phrase counterintuitive. And because it's called a messenger bot, we automatically assume that everything is going to be automated. And we assume, therefore, it's not going to be personal. But messenger bots are personal, aren't they?
They sure are. And again, the name of bots is not great. Tech people shouldn't name things. Tech people do what they do so well, but naming things, not one of those things that they do well. So I love the nature of your announcement today about the show, because it is a counterintuitive thing. When you say bot, people think either fake accounts on Twitter and Facebook, which there are plenty, and a lot of people do call those bots, and they think about that it's all going to be artificial and automatically done. Like it's one of those phone systems where you type 1 for this and type 2 for this, and all of that kind of stuff. And then eventually, if you are lucky, you might talk to a human being. So let me bust that is that is not the way that this was meant to be. People the bot part of this, the only automatic part of this, is the delivery of messages, certain messages up front. So for instance, you can hop into my chatbot right now, and Spinning Dragon will give you, she's my chatbot, she will give you a choice of 2 or 3 things. She'll give you a choice of, hey, do you want to take the 7-day free mini course on bots, showing you, what bots are and what they do. Do you want to keep updated when RJ goes live? And that's my reminder sequence. Or you can just ask me a question. I do that because some people don't want a whole lot of automated messages up front. Some people want to just talk to me right away. And to me, I want to provide that opportunity. So it's counterintuitive because it's got the wrong name, and I haven't come up with a sexy name for this stuff yet. I have not done this. Conversation marketing is too long. Can I call my bot a VA? You absolutely can. And in fact, on the Nerdy Girl show that we have, Kim Boltzmann and I have on Fridays, we have got an intern. We've got Nikki, the geeky intern, that will sign you up for reminders and get you messages, get you your messages and all of that kind of stuff. You can call it anything you want to. And in fact, some people are like, I really want a bot, but I don't want to call it a bot. Can I not call it a bot? You don't have to call it a bot. Virtual assistant, geeky intern, Spinning Dragon, the blue ninja in the little zip up pajama suit. You can do whatever you need to do. I personalize mine. And I know Stephen does too. BliffBot is personalized.
BliffBot is personalized. Be Live in 5 bot. And Bradley's saying managing your messenger bot is like gardening. So that's good. And you've got to keep an eye on the big picture. Totally agree with that. But you do that sort of one person at a time, and with conversations and talking to people and getting to know people. And it's amazing the sort of ways that the conversation can go. So I look forward to getting up every morning because there's always messages in my inbox, and that gets my day off to a good start. And helping people is the name of the game. And it is. And I agree that the name is counterintuitive, and it does present a problem that shouldn't be there. I mean, if we'd had Conversation Starter or even Virtual Conversation Assistant, VCA, who knows? But you're right, the programmers named it, and bot it will always be, I suppose, unless we start a movement to rename it. But then we'd be going against. Well, okay.
That would be a gigantic waste of energy because it's just way too. I mean, Facebook calls them bots. You know what I mean? So yeah, we gotta focus our energy where it will be more rewarded, my friend. So yes, they are bots, but you don't have to call them that. And the only bot part of it is when you say, I want this message delivered at this time. You write the message, you create the videos, the images, you create everything that goes into that. The only automatic part is the triggers that cause a message to be delivered at a certain time to a certain person. That's all.
I just want to take a moment though, because we talk about using video, using images, using text. But I think underrated is using audio. A short sound message is personalized. Yeah. And I did that about a month ago because I don't like overdoing things, but I did about a month ago and got a good response. So don't forget to put an audio in there, about a minute long. And the other thing as well is that There is a limit on the size of the video, isn't there? It's
Certainly.
250 meg, which isn't a lot. I find that if I do a recording as normal and then upload it to YouTube and then put a link in to YouTube so that people can just press the link and then the video can be any length that you want. Yeah.
Well, now there are certain parameters like the 25, and it's not 250 meg, it's 25.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's even worse.
It is. Well, they don't want long videos in here. They want 4 minutes is your absolute max. 3 minutes is much better, my friends, in a messenger bot. And you're gonna want to, if you have to squish the size of it. I go to a place called clipchamp.com. Clipchamp will do, I think it's 5 free videos for you a month. After that, you got to get on their $10 plan and then you're unlimited. That's the plan I'm on because I squish a lot of videos. But putting video into your bot is, especially in the introduction phase, who I am, what I do, why I'm here, how can this bot help you? How can this virtual assistant help you? That stuff is awesome and cannot be underestimated these days, especially if you're a live streamer. If you're a live streamer, do consider putting a little bit of video into your bot, especially, yeah, there you go. Awesome. Especially in the beginning when you're doing intros and stuff like that, because people have most likely seen you online. And so you want to continue that relationship inside the bot if you can. Some people don't like shooting video. Some people would much rather live. That's fine too. You can totally edit out a really cool moment in a live stream and use that inside the bot as well. So the possibilities are pretty endless. Oh, Clara, we're going to finally get to meet Clara. We met her she was in the comments during 5 Days Live, and now we're going to get to meet her. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Now, whilst we're waiting for Clara to join us, I just want to talk about reminder bots.
Yeah.
Oh, Rod, because they're important, aren't they? Reminding people when the show is.
Yeah. So a reminder bot is essentially made up of 3 parts. It contains a reminder of when the show is, a reason for people to attend the show, and a link to the show. It's all delivered in Facebook Messenger. If you're doing this through your bot, which all live streamers, I recommend this for all live streamers. Especially if you don't do a show that is the same time all the time. Especially if you're, doing one-offs or something like that, but certainly for your regular shows as well. It's a reminder. It's give people a reason to attend and give people a link. If you can do those things delivered right in Messenger, then what you've done is you've made it easy for people to consume your content. Now, notice I didn't say you're hitting people over the head with stuff hoping that somebody's going to respond. That's kind of the old way around things. You're saying, I know that you've expressed interest in this show, so I'm going to deliver this stuff right to where you're looking, and I'm just going to leave it here for you. And you've put something valuable in there for them. What that does is not only does it get more people to attend your shows, which is always something that live streamers want, particularly if they're in the beginning, because the more people you have in the seats, the more comments you're going to get. The more comments you're going to get, the more Facebook says, this is a legit thing, and promotes your stuff a little bit more, and then you get more people in the seats. So it's a virtuous circle, of course. But for me, there's the guest link there that Steven's putting up there. If you want to join us as a guest, hit that thing, and you'll be able to join us, or type guest in there. You'll be able to join us here on screen.
Indeed.
So
sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. So I was just talking about the basic.
I just want to say hello to Clara, and carry on, RJ. My apologies.
So that's those are the basic components of a reminder bot. It does not have to be long, my friends. And once you have written one, then you can duplicate and change. You don't have to create from scratch every time. But they're so important. They're vital to me. They're vital to me. I know a lot of people want to see what's on the show, but we just don't have time. We just don't remember to go over to a certain page at a certain time. Reminder bots eliminate people from having to do those things. It makes it easy for people who want to watch you anyway.
Totally. Indeed. And I use them before the show. And I send mine out 10 minutes before the show. And it's just a great way, because what you want to do is catch people and say, right, in 10 minutes, we're going to be live. If you're still on Facebook, come and watch. And that's the way I look at it. And I've got to say, I'm just going to go and give you a couple of stats here before we just welcome Clara on screen. That 14 people actually clicked through today. And it's just magical. This is not people reading it. And we say hello now. I'm from the UK. Auntie is obviously from the States. How do you pronounce your name? Clara or Clara?
It's Clara.
Clara.
Yeah, right. Clara.
Okay. Very good. Right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You know what we do because you've been watching us, and it's great to have you here. And we're here to answer any questions that you have.
Well, I have to tell you, the first thing that I want to know is about the mini chat is because I'm new and because I'm not getting any real viewers while I'm actually doing the live performance. How can this actually help me when I'm not getting the live performance? I'm not getting the feedback that I would like so far because I'm brand new. So how does this work?
So brand new. What I would advise you do for a reminder bot, because here's the thing, you can, it's getting people to the show, and then those people who are watching, and it doesn't have to be live, Clara. It does not have to be live. You can type live into any one of my shows in the past 6 months and get onto my reminder bot. So connecting that growth, it's called a growth tool, the comment growth tool. Connecting that, it stays on the post forever. So if you do a show and 0 people attend, and believe me, I've done plenty of those, and then you promote that show after, because really the secret is in the replay, my friend. I don't know if you're aware of that or what, but usually when you look at how many people have like the views of your show at the end of a show, you look a week later and they've doubled. So that's something that you might not intuitively know when you just first start. But the more that you promote that show afterwards and lead people back to that Facebook link, the more people are going to type live in the comments, or type live, or whatever keyword you've got. They're going to type the keyword in the comments and then be able to subscribe to your live shows. So if you are new, please repurpose. I beg of you.
I am.
And that will, and when you're repurposing, lead people back to that original link. And then a lot more people are going to be exposed to that opportunity. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're talking when you say original link, because when you're repurposing and you're sending them off to all the different areas, like your YouTube, and you're switching over to audio, and you're sending over to a podcast, and you're doing all the things that you need to do, and you're putting the bot, how does that work when you're sending it all over?
Absolutely. No, I totally get why you're asking that. So what I do is I use repurpose.io, which is,
I just got it.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic, darling. You're going to love this thing. So when it ports my show over to YouTube, people can watch the entire show there. But the very first thing that is in the description of the show is a link back to the original Facebook post. So for the description of the show, I've got the description or whatever, but the very first thing I have is, hey, to get reminders of when I'm going to go live, click this and go to the post.
Okay.
And then they go to the Facebook post and then they can subscribe from there. So it's a couple of extra steps if the video is on YouTube or something like that. But people do that. People come in through those links on YouTube. They go to the original show and then they type live.
Okay.
Right. General advice in terms of growing an audience. When RJ and I came over to Facebook Live, we had nobody watching us. And for quite a while, we had nobody watching us, but we still carried on. I think, first of all, you've got to carry on because people will watch, as RJ said, they'll watch on the replay. You can have guests on the show. And if you have a guest on the show, then you make it a prerequisite that they actually share it to their fans. Yeah. So get your guests to share it and do guests on the show, and also be a guest on other people's shows like you are today. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. And that's it. The more people see you, the more people recognize you, so that when you appear in their timeline, they say, that's Clara, and they will come and watch the show. And that's basically when we're watching Facebook, we get RJ and I get notifications to each of the shows, and that we just hop over because that's what we like doing. So what you want to do is get better known. The other thing is live video hub. Well, sorry, broadcast from a page is first, and that again is the word of the day, which is counterintuitive. I've got hundreds of friends, but nobody's on my Facebook page, business page. If you go on your Facebook business page, there's a lot more you can do. First of all, you get to know the stats. You get to know who watched, well, not who, but you get to know how many people watched, for how long, what the most interesting bits of your show are, when people started joining, when people started leaving. Everything you want to know about the show is in the stats on a Facebook page. And the other thing that you can do on a Facebook page, which you can't do on your personal profile, is before we did 5 days live, I spent the grand sum of $25. And on the Friday, I spent $10 boosting the video, which was done with, what's it called? Lumen 5. I did the video with Lumen 5 for 60 seconds, and that went out, and that had nearly 1,000 views. So people became aware that 5 days live was starting. Then on the Sunday, I did a personal show, recording me for 15 minutes, talking about what's coming up during the week, and I boosted that. So I spent $25 on boosting things, and that meant that when we went live on the Monday, everybody was expecting us. So you can build up an expectation for a very reasonable cost.
And I was doing a little different. I was waiting until afterwards, and then I was boosting my rebroadcast to bring them over for the next one. So that's something I definitely need to do. Thank you.
Yeah, there are a ton of things that you could do like beforehand. I also use, it's called Lumen 5. I also use that to make a quick video of a preview.
Mm-hmm.
A preview video of what the show's going to be. And I don't boost that post, but I do connect the same comment tool. So what I do is I take the description of the show that I put into Be Live. I put it into Lumen 5. I create a video, and then I create a thing that says, hey, if you want to be notified when I go live, type live in the comments below of that video. And people come through that as well. So you've got a lot of options for promotion. One thing that I always say, to beginning folks is give people a reason to be there. Give them a reason to be there. Always looking at it from their point of view. How's it going to benefit them to be there? And obviously, you're a quality human being. Please, before you go, you must tell us where you are so that we can come watch you and be peeps in the audience. For me, the live streaming that I do today is directly attributed to that crowd of people who are kind of in my community. Fellow live streamers and broadcasters. We follow each other's stuff. We attend each other's shows. We drop links when it's warranted or whatever. And we help boost each other. Doing it alone is a sure path to burnout. So please don't do it alone, especially if you're just starting out right now.
Yeah, I found that out.
Yeah.
It really does help when you have other people that you can communicate with that are in the same idea as you. And so I really I appreciate it. Thank you.
Anytime.
Right. Okay.
You come on anytime, Clara. Where do you broadcast? What do you broadcast about?
Okay, well, my show is called Earth Angel Journeys Talk Show, and it's about the law of vibration and how it works with energy healing and psychic development. So with my knowledge, I'm a natural born medium and energy healer. So I take that from all my years and I bring that to the table. And then, of course, I've got interviews, just like you had mentioned, bring people on that have different views to let everybody know what's out there.
You'd be perfect for the live video hub.
Ooh.
Stephen, would you like to elaborate?
Yes. For the live video hub, if you, after the show, if you just message me with a link to your page, which will make all the arrangements. It's free. It's a BeLive TV live video hub. So I manage it on their behalf. And it gives you an extra audience. So that we've got now nearly 170 shows on there. We're averaging 13, 14 shows a day, and you go live and you find a new audience, and it just works. It's just simple and straightforward. So what happens is that when you go live on your page, you also go live on the live video hub. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to worry about it. But it means that other people will see, and as Andrea said earlier, if you actually include the original post link in there, people will come over and watch. So if you message me afterwards, I'll send you details. In fact, whoever gets there first, you'll soon have details of how the live video hub works.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Do you know what? That hour.
What is happening? I did not think we were an hour into this thing.
Bam.
Brilliant. Clara, thank you very much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Andrea, it's over to you.
All right. Well, what a great show, everybody. We covered a lot. Lots of people have questions about this stuff and how it works, and I get it. It's super new, and there are some misconceptions, and then there's what do you use this thing for? So happy with everybody who came on. Angela, Clara, thanks for coming on with us, because we want to cater to people's questions. We want to provide valuable content that people want to come watch, because that's really the name of the game. We're all here to learn. We're all learning from each other, and it's a really, really great community. If you have a chance, Live Video Hub, great place to be a part of, where you can kind of see other broadcasters that are in the same boat, that are kind of on the same level, and it's a great place to be. Bots are fabulous. I have been doing them a year. I have just scratched the surface of what is able to be accomplished with a bot, and I am so excited to bring this content to you every week. Come on back every time. We'll be here every week. And we love our audience. So thank you, everybody. And we will see you next Wednesday for sure.
And Barbara is saying, great show, great content. And thank you as always. So thank you. And it's goodbye from Wiltshire in England, and goodbye from
Omaha
and
Florida.
There we are, joining two continents. Take care. We'll see you all again, same time, 12 p.m. next Wednesday. Take care. Bye for now.